and then I go and fast until the next day.
So you're feeling okay?
Oh, I feel great.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I got a story for you. The teacher said, "Why weren't you in school yesterday?" And the boy said, "My mother took me to the cemetery." And the teacher says, "Oh, I'm sorry, somebody did?" And the boy says, "Yeah, they all were." Isn't that funny? They think so funny.
Have you seen Bonnie?
No.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they went over to the Whitestone. He said a funny thing. He was coming out of the Kinderhook post office because he helped me with some of my errands. And he's coming out of the Kinderhook post office, and he was wearing his clerical collar, and he had just, short sleeves. And this was on November 20th, and a woman says, "Oh," because he didn't have anything, And he says, "I have a constitutional right to bear arms." Isn't that a funny joke?
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're okay.
I got a joke for you here. No, there should be 30.
There should be 30.
Yeah.
So maybe all those yours too. I don't know, he puts yours to the side.
Yes, he does, and I'm sorry that I didn't get him. I'll try to call earlier next time.
Okay.
All right, how you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. What do you call a miniature guppy?
I don't know.
A microfiche.
Yeah, what you're saying,
Oh, okay.
for watching the show, I don't think.
Okay. The teacher said, "Why weren't you in school yesterday?" And the boy says, "I went to the cemetery." And the teacher says, "I'm sorry, somebody dead?" He says, "Yeah, they all were."
Looks like that. That's pretty good.
Folks, here's a prayer that I've been saying today for you.
She always, we always keep trying with her, praying for her, keep her going.
Hey, I got a prayer for her right now. Listen to this. It comes from James 1:1. For Jean, have its perfect work, that she may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing.
Okay.
Perfect, complete.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, perfect, complete, lacking nothing. That's for Jean. Oh, okay. Then did I tell you the one about the minister took his car to the repair shop to be fixed? And did I tell you that?
No.
And he picked it up. He went to pick it up, and the mechanic said it was $1,000. And the minister says, $1,000? I can't pay that. I'm just a poor preacher. And the mechanic says, I know. I went to your service last week. Okay. All right, I'll get that money out to you, Mr. Rob.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Did you hear from Maureen?
That was the past week, I don't think.
Okay, but we got both forms filled out, have we?
I believe so.
Yeah, so we're all set.
I think so.
And Rob, when are you going to move me up to prime time?
I don't know.
Let's see. I've enjoyed being with you. I've been with you since 2002 or 3, right?
At least that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 2000. It might have been 2002.
Yeah. I think it might have been the year we didn't have any rain. Okay, we had snow all winter. Okay, Rob.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm so sad about my friend who died. She was such an avid fan of yours. She died, Patty McCann.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
From Orchard Park.
Yeah, Orchard Park, Lackawanna line. And I was just so sad about that. Isn't that awful? Gee, that's sad.
How old was she?
63.
Oh. She was still young.
Yes, she was. Here's a prayer for you, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing.
That's true.
Isn't that nice?
That's...
A man jumped out of a plane, and he pulled the ripcord, and the parachute didn't open, and the auxiliary didn't open, and here he is going toward the ground, but he sees a man coming up. So the man going down says, "Do you know anything about parachutes?" And the man coming up says, "No. Do you know anything about gas stoves?"
I like that one.
Okay.
All right.
I'm always...
Good to hear from you. Have a good holiday.
Thanks. I always appreciate, what you've done. I think we've been together since 2002.
No, it seems longer than that. I thought it was in the late 90s we got together.
Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is. What do you think, 98?
I think it was, but I'm not sure.
98. That's a car. That's an Oldsmobile 98. You take care.
You too.
And many thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the call.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is a ham sandwich, folks. But it's a vegetarian ham sandwich. Theirs looks pretty good, doesn't it? This is Worthington Foods. I knew Jim Hagel, who started this company. Meat Analogs. It's Wham. It's a soybean product. And it was much better before it was taken over by Kellogg's. You want to see it again? And what's the drink going to be? In the blender, pineapple juice, cashews, oatmeal, and bananas. Oh, that's delicious. This is today's vegetarian meal. This is a fried chick patty, vegetarian. It's boca. And green beans. And margarine. And tomato sauce. Tomato gravy. And mashed potato. I've been on a diet, folks. Not a diet, a fast for 2.5 weeks. I eat once a day, and for instance today I fasted since yesterday at 4:30 p.m. So I fast 24 hours, and then I do all the eating in that hour. No eating before or after the hour. So the eating will all be over today on December 1st at 5:40 p.m. The drink is delicious. It's 3 bananas, a half a cup of oatmeal, half a cup of cashews, and a whole can of pineapple juice, large can, blended. Makes a shake, a thick shake.
Received on Thursday, November 30th, 6:55 p.m.
Hello, Glendora. My name is Richard. I really enjoy your show, and I'm watching it right now. You're trying to expose the chemtrails as opposed to contrails. There's a very good internet site I'd like you to look up. It's called ethericwarriors.com. There's a gentleman by the name of Don Cross who has a very good handle on this entire mess. And boy, I sure would appreciate you looking it up. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
On Thursday, November 30th, 6:59 p.m.
Hi, this is Richard again. He has another internet site called World Without Parasites, and if you click on the chemtrail header at the bottom of the page, you can see a very informative movie by another gentleman by the name of Don Bradley. Bye.
Thursday, November 30th, 11:20 p.m.
That's cute. I'm watching your Access Cable show, and I just got to say God bless you for doing what you're doing and trying to get the truth out to the public. I've seen it before a few times. I'm not sure what the lawsuits are about or anything like that. I see the names Rothschild.
Today at 12:29 p.m.
Gendora, this is Albert speaking here. I just want to tell you what happened last Monday.
The message has been deleted. End of saved messages. To return to the main menu, press star. Received today at 6:12 p.m.
Hello, Glendora. This is Kathy Williams. We were supposed to come tomorrow. Our car broke down today on our way to the Supreme Court out east. If you get a chance, please give us a call.
6:06 p.m.
Hello, this is June Flanders. I would like one of your happy books, please. I did have one, but I nicely gave it to someone else, so I would like one for myself also. It's June is in the month. Flanders, Flanders, 6I. returning your call at 6:30 on Wednesday evening. I'm leaving at 7. Go play bridge. Everything is going okay. Glad to hear from you. And talk to you again. All right. Bye-bye.
This message will be automatically delivered.
Of the railroad station at Grand Central, and the conductor says, this train goes to Buffalo in 10 minutes. She says, marvelous. Last time it took 8 hours.
8:13 a.m. Good morning, Glendora. This is Maud. I have the other products for you, and I wanted to come down within the next 2 hours and drop it off. I hope you're going to be home, and so I'll bring it over between now and about 10:30 or so. Okay? Bye.
Oh, yeah?
But if you put it on a trickle charge, like a low 2-volt trickle charge,
Yeah?
and just leave it on there constantly, it won't hurt the battery. That's what I do with my batteries out of my camper and my lawnmowers. I put them on this trickle charge over and along, and then in the springtime they're all charged up.
Oh, that's good.
You know, so get yourself a trickle charger.
In the springtime, are you all charged up?
Oh yeah. Well, depends. It depends on how my senior moments go, you know?
Not as many as a few years ago, right?
No.
Well, now, let's see. Did I tell you about the man jumped out of the airplane and the ripcord didn't work?
Yeah.
And as he's looking down toward the ground, he sees a man coming up.
Uh-huh.
And as they pass, he says, do you know anything about parachutes? And the man coming up says, no! Do you know anything about gas stoves?
Oh, well. On that note, I'm going to...
Parachute didn't open, and he's going toward the ground fast, but then he sees a man coming up. And the man going down says, do you know anything about parachutes? And the man coming up says, no. Do you know anything about gas stoves?
He blew himself up. So there they go. They go down together, right? Gotta come down. Oh, Glendora.
There's the 1993 Lincoln and the 1980 Lincoln. And I spent 2 days boosting their batteries. And I put gasoline in them. And I can't get them to start. And over here we have Gendora versus Deborah Eacock, who thinks it's just dandy to give your word and go back on your word and breach a contract. And then we have poor Stephen G. Taman, who says that's fine. Yeah, you shouldn't keep contracts. No, you should break contracts. And then you should try to get out of it and slither and slide. And poor Stephen G. Taman. And then he was appealed in the appellate terms Supreme Court, State of New York, and the oral argument is December 6th. And Glendora is reviewing for the oral argument. And so far, the review has taken 7 hours. And over here we have Judge.com. Judge.com is a judge because she loves to sleep on legal papers. It is so sad. It is so sad to see a tree murdered. I hate it. It is so sad to see a great work of God brutalized. Goodbye, tree. Thank you. Now up there is blue sky. Here is aerosol, and look at this poison. How's that for poison? In your sky. Your sky. It's 4:45 on December 2nd, 2006. You're breathing that. You have to breathe that. Heavy metals, ethylene dibromide, a health killer. So another victory for the fast. St. Philip's fast. Fasted since 5 o'clock last night. Was that right? Yeah, no, I started to eat last night at 4:30 p.m. 24 hours. Or is it 25? Did you hear about the Czechoslovakian trampoline team?
No.
They were called the Bouncing Chicks. .com. 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 Mary Ramage wants to see you. Mary Ramage likes you. I called my friend Mark down in Thornwood to see if a chat with Gendora was on in the Austining system, which goes way, 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 way down to North White Plains. And this is what he said. That just jumped 8 feet from the desk over to the bed. That's 8 feet, that's a lot. And now she just jumped to 7 feet on top of a whole stack of boxes.
I'm reading this thing, 4895 sewer and drain rip-offs.
Oh, good.
And routes 50.
Oh, good news. Good news. Thank you for that. Now, Mark, did I tell you about the man who jumped out of the airplane?
No.
And he pulled the ripcord, and it didn't open. And yeah, and so he's going down fast, and as he's going down, he sees a man coming up. And he says to the man coming up, "Do you know anything about parachutes?" And the man coming up says, "No. Do you know anything about gas stoves?"
I like that.
Okay. Mark, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Tree. You didn't do anything wrong. Okay? But these people who are murdering you, I'm afraid they're in for it. The 1980 Lincoln is running! Doesn't he sound great? Yippee! Hooray! The 1993 Lincoln is not running. It's 3 p.m. on December 3rd, Sunday. Did I tell you about the man who went to the veterinarian with his dog?
Go on.
The dog said, the veterinarian says, "I'm sorry, your dog is dead." And the man says, "I want a second opinion." Did I tell you that?
No.
And the veterinarian brought in a Labrador retriever, and the Labrador retriever circled the dog, and the dog didn't make a move. And the Labrador retriever shook his head and went out of the room. And then the veterinarian brought in a cat, and the cat went around the dog, and the dog didn't make a move.
Right.
The cat shook her head and went out the room. And the man says, "Well, I guess my dog is dead." And he said, "How much do I owe you?" And the veterinarian said, $300. And the man says, "What?" The veterinarian says, $50 for me and $250 for the CAT scan and the lab report.
And that's about all people know when they get their bills. Everything is so they can't even remember.
Folks, did you hear about the ad in the classified section of the newspaper? For sale. Large vase by lady. Slightly cracked. And another one. For sale. Umbrella by lady with 4 broken ribs. And I have your... Okay, sweetie.
We'll see you Wednesday morning at 5:30.
Yes.
Alrighty.
You take care of yourself.
You too.
Bye. There was... did you hear about the man who says money talks and mine says goodbye?
yeah, that one I can really relate to. Okay, we'll see you Wednesday morning.
Yeah, take care.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Poor tree. Never did anybody any harm. Never did any wrong. It's a great creation of God. And evil people murder it. That you just saw was a load of cow manure. The poor cows stand in feces and urine all of their lives. How does anybody eat it? Berkshire Cable. This is Gendora versus Ecock, oral argument, December 6, 2006. The file. I'm going through this heavy file. So far it's 19 hours. This is Judge.com, who sleeps on legal papers. And we have taken out many of the thoughts, and this is also too thick. So now the next job is to headline it and tell the three judges, Rudolph, Angelillo, Tannenbaum, and maybe McCabe, why they should reverse Tillman, Stephen G. Tillman, Phillipstown Court, Putnam County, and award Gendora $3,000 for Deborah Ecock's breach of contract. And teach the world that when you give your word, you keep it. Guess what? Guess what? We got both cars running. Oh, and they run beautifully. The 1980 would not start. He almost did. And then I tried, read my book on the battery charger, the Black & Decker battery charger, and I said you could give him a startup charge. And the way you do that is to hook up the battery charger to him and then put it on 10 amps and let it sit for 5 minutes. And my goodness, that started him right up. Now that might have worked on the 1993 Lincoln, but instead I had it set up so that the 1980 Lincoln boosted the 1993 Lincoln, and the 1993 Lincoln started right up. And it made all kinds of noises because I'd let it go for 2 months. Isn't that awful? I'll never do that again. And the 1993 Lincoln started up and he warmed up, and then all the bad noises stopped, and he's just a beautiful car. Oh, what a car. So what are we going to do next? Get 2 jugs of gasoline and start them up again, and then they'll be fine, and try to start them up every week. What day of the week should we pick to start the cars up? On the internet, you don't have to.
I'll watch them on the internet.
Yeah, you don't have. They don't have to be taped.
Yeah, I'm going to watch them on the internet. Okay, I got to run.
There was an ad in the newspaper.
Yeah?
Yes. For sale, large vase by lady, slightly cracked.
The lady, right?
Tomorrow night he's full. Isn't he beautiful, huh? Oh boy. Right there. December 4, 2006, 7 p.m. Oh, it's cold for the first time. It's like below 30.
Hi, Glendora. My name is Mr. Mahaber. I had called you many months ago after watching one of your presentations on the public access channel. And I'd really like to be able to talk with you sometime. I think you did call back and you did leave me a message, but I never did get back to you because I travel a lot. I work for the United Nations. Anyway, my telephone number is 845-357. I think you've got a very interesting character and personality. I like your presentations very much. It may be a bit eccentric in the eyes and minds of perhaps maybe some, but I think I rather like it. So I'd like to chat with you sometime whenever you can. Again, my name is Winston Mahaber. My number?
Buddy, it's Glendora. I thought a good pure thought for you. Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love, the fellowship of kindred minds is like to that above. Do you and I have kindred minds? Here is a joke for you. In the newspaper, in the classified section, there was an ad that read as follows: for sale, large crystal vase by lady, slightly cracked.
Hi there, everybody. It's Glendora. The scoutmaster had his troop out, and they were climbing cliffs, and he pointed up to this very high and steep cliff, and he says, we're going to climb that cliff next. And the little scout began to tremble, and he said, do people fall off of that cliff often? And the scoutmaster says, no, once is usually enough. Cecilia Mastorelli, one of the most incompetent public access administrators I know. told Gendora that Cross River and Yorktown systems had merged. Therefore, there was no need to have a signer both in Cross River and in Yorktown. That one signer does both systems. She said this clearly. I have it on audio tapes. She said it for years, and now she's cracked her pot. Ramage is the signer for Yorktown, and therefore Ramage is the signer for Cross River. Now listen to this. This is from Zeke, who has been a signer in Cross River for years. Stop it! Stop it, stop it, stop it. Protect the animals. Protect the animals. Did you hear the gunshots, folks? Protect the animals and do something to that person to make that person never want to murder again. Trust that triumphs over wrong. Okay, now let's get back to Cecilia. This is what Zeke, my signer in Cross River, just said over the phone last night.
4:34 p.m. This message will be automatically deleted in 13 days. You may save the message for an additional 14 days. This message has been deleted. Saved message number 2 from caller 9146. Received on Monday, December 4th, 5:21 p.m.
Hey, Glendora, it's Zeke. I got a call from Cecilia at Cablevision, and she said she hasn't received the paperwork yet, so she can't put you on Friday night until she does. Please get that paperwork to her or give her a call. Thanks. Bye.
Good old Zeke. He's a good buddy. He's worried for me that the show won't be on the TV. Okay, Zeke, I'm going to call Cecilia. I've called her 2 weeks ago to set her straight. I'll try to do it again.
No?
If you're calling to fax your nonprofit public service announcement, you may fax it to 914-835-5098. 835-5098. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Cecilia, you've lost your marbles again. You know very well that you told me that Cross River and Yorktown are one system. And now only one signer is required, and that is Mary Ramage. Why do you call up Zeke and bother him? You're trying to chase him away? Some more of your extortion? Now you know better. You've already got a signer for the combined Cross River and Yorktown systems. You know, you lose things. You forget things. You lost ECOC's contract that was given to you in 02. In 04, you call her up and ask her to sign another contract. She's already signed the contract 2 years ago. You've lost it. You've forgotten it. You know, there's many, many indications that you and Savarino are cracking up. Savarino refuses 10 legal papers. Savarino calls me up and leaves it a blank. Her message is on my caller ID. Her number's on my caller ID. And then Savarino doesn't show up in court, and she's a lead defendant. There's many, many indications that you two people are cracking up. Now get with it. You don't need an application from Zeke. You've got one from Mary Ramage, and that covers both systems. You don't need an application anyhow. It's in violation of first come, first served. That time slot belongs to Gendora for the rest of her life, or until she relinquishes it. Your whole system is in violation of law. New York state law, 19 New York Code rules and regulations. It's not 19, it's 18. 895.4. Public access is to be administered on a non-discriminatory first come, first served basis. So everything you do violates the law. And now I have to go to court this morning and argue the case, how you ruined the ECOC relationship, you and Savarino. and I have to go down there. I've already spent 25 hours reviewing the case. And Callagy is obfuscating and adumbrating no more. I'm sorry that I didn't get to him before he died, so that he could help him be one with God and make it. He died Friday, December 1st, on his birthday. The only thing to do with you and Savarino is to pray for you, I guess, so you won't go out the way Callagy did.
And also, folks, the law says public access shall be administered on a first-come, first-served basis, period. It does not say on a first-come, first-served basis every 6 months. So they are rankly in defiance of the law. Pray for those people. Please pray for them. Here's a great song for them. Can you see it? O Master, let me walk with thee in dearer, closer company, in work that keeps faith sweet and strong, in trust that triumphs over wrong. I do like triumphing over wrong, but it does take so much energy, so much time, and so many dollars. But it's the call. Well, Judge.com, how are we doing on this legal paper? This legal paper, folks, is the oral argument on Gendora versus Deborah Eacock. She went back on her word. She thinks that's fine, and she lied about it and misrepresented about it through how many years of litigation? It happened on January 2004. This is almost January 2006. So this is Enter Deborah Eacock. That's the first section, and it's on pink. This is an oral argument now. And then Enter Robert Callagy, who just exited, by the way. He died on December 1st, last week. He left a bad legacy. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to him to show him the great things in life that he was missing. So that's Robert Callagy. And then Enter Stephen G. Toman, Phillipstown, Putnam County. And this was the conference where Mr. Toman seriously and abominably violated New York State Small Claims Act, Uniform Justice Court Act, Section 1801. You will hear about it. And if the appellate term does not, if the panel will not hear all this, then I will come back and I will read it to you. And then I'll send it to them by mail. What is this section? This is Toman's terrible alphosis of June the 9th, 2005. And the terrible thing he said, he lied. Her promise to sign the renewal upon which plaintiff relies is at best an agreement to agree later. No way, Jose! Gendora made an offer. Eacock accepted. Period. She did not accept later. She accepted then and there, and then she breached. And this is the Small Claims Book, which tells you what to do. You ought to go to Small Claims Court, folks. Very interesting experience. This is about Toman's fraud, and this is about now enter the appellate term. I think, yeah, that's the appellate term, and here comes the a fortiori. And this is the last section. You think we're going to make it? This is December 5th. The oral argument is tomorrow at 9:30, and that's only one of them. There's another oral argument. Gendora versus Cecilia Masterilli. And I haven't even started that one. This one took 22 or 3 hours so far. I've been working on it for almost 2 weeks. What was written on the hypochondriac's tombstone? See? I told you I was sick. Time is very important. Let's sing this hymn together. O Master, let us walk with thee in dearer, closer company, in work that keeps faith sweet and strong, in trust that triumphs over wrong. Do you trust it, folks? Do you trust it? Will it triumph over wrong? That's certainly what we're trying to do, is triumph over wrong. So often things are upside down. Here he is, folks, in his splendor, in his full moon splendor on December the 5th, 2006. And the temperature's 24 degrees, and I believe that's the lowest it's been this season. The time is 7:15 p.m. And here is the file for Gendora versus Cecilia Masterilli in the White Plains City Court, where Gendora won a default judgment against Cecilia for $5,020. And here is the frivolous and dishonest and dishonorable attempt to vacate the judgment. The first attempt failed, and that should have been it. But then Dumb Saurock comes on with a second attempt to vacate, and he loses on that one too. And at that point, he sees that the White Plains City Court is going to stick by Gendora, and he goes to the appellate term, but he had to pay $5,000 into the White Plains City Court as an undertaking. It's nothing to do with a funeral. It's an undertaking.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it, Mary.
Only plastic in here. And it's not what that much of that.
A Christmas cactus. Magnificent. Mary Ramage, Mohegan Lake, December 6th, 2006 at 7:50 a.m. Do you like it, Judy?
Oh, what do we do?
Say you like something.
Do you like it, honey?
I like it very much.
David, let me see how pretty and dressed up you are. Stay right there. Oh, you look so nice, David.
I'm
Sing me a
dressed
song.
today, huh?
Sing me a song.
A song? Oh goodness.
Merry Christmas.
A star so bright, a child so small, a voice so pure. God bless this holy night. Laid in a manger bare, humble beasts are standing there, and I can't remember the rest of the words, so it doesn't matter.
This is Gridlock. We are on the Taconic. We're trying to get to White Plains. We have an 8 o'clock appointment, but that's past. It's 8:20 now. We with Patrick Hanley. That's gone. We have a 9:10 p.m. appointment with the surrogate judge of Westchester County, Anthony A. Scarpino. We have a 9:30 appointment with the court for 2 oral arguments, Gendora versus Cecilia Masterilli and Gendora versus Deborah Eacock, before 3 judges. And It is an impossible, impenetrable impediment. How about that? Impossible, impediment.
Good alliteration.
Impenetrable,
Well,
and impediment. We left at 5 minutes to 6.
I feel like I was up since last night.
We took Route
I usually get up at
9, Route 25, and Route 9H.
Wake up early.
Did I get 3.5
Down to
hours?
Route 85, past the West Taconic Court, and onto the Taconic Parkway.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt would be corkscrewing in his grave if he saw this place.
David Gendora is talking on the tape.
Sorry.
It's now, it's December 6th, St. Nicholas Day, folks. This is St. Nicholas. He's the one that went and gave gold coins to the poor woman, the poor daughters. Christmas. It's December 6th, 2006. A Wednesday at 8:25 a.m. and look at all that traffic down there. People have to go through this every day, the commuters. This is what makes the traffic. Wealthy White Plains. Look at it.
We don't go right here, do we?
No. You go under the railroad bridge. You pass the first right and you take the second right. Look at Wealthy White Plains.
This is the first right?
No. Yeah, you pass the, no. This is the first right.
This is the first right.
Yeah, don't go there. Do not get in that lane.
Okay.
Now you take the next right.
Doesn't it make you wonder what the service is?
The time is 9:10 a.m. and I'm having an appointment with Anthony
Right
Scarpino,
here? That's on the
the
street.
surrogate judge, right here.
In here?
No, the street.
He was stoned. They didn't feed
David,
him.
this is what I'm asking you now, not now.
Right here.
There's a man in the hospital.
This used to be J.C. Penney's. This is the Galleria. Look at all the new buildings in White Plains. Look at that one going up, folks.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as you can, David, she has to get into the left lane. Federal courthouse, a den of thievery and crookedness, which cost the taxpayers $50 million. We just passed White Plains City Court back there.
I want to get this tea on record. Best tea in the world.
Best tea in the world.
Okay, left here?
Yes, left. No, but don't go hard left. See, stay within the white lines. Yep, that's it. Okay, now you want to be in the left lane. Just left lane's right here. Okay. There's our building, 140 Grand Street. Now you go through this light. No, go straight. That's the county courthouse. And that's the new extension of the county courthouse, which is another sham.
Right, left, or straight here?
No, go straight through this light, please. And as soon as you do, get into the right lane.
Yes, that is very anticipatory. Very good. But I shouldn't do it now?
No, no. You have to go through this light first.
And this is a right turn only?
You go straight through the light.
Right.
And then as soon as you can, get into the right lane. And there is 140 Grand
So
Street.
this must be a right turn only.
You should have helicopters or something.
David, I need to get into the right-hand lane now.
Okay. Go.
All right.
Go now.
No, make a right here, please. Mm-hmm.
You know, a split second left.
County office
lost
building.
Decision.
Now let's see if we can find
David.
Patrick Hanley. Right here. Let's see if we can find Patrick Hanley. What's this? Take this parking space, I think.
Take it. Is this as good?
Move up.
No, wait just a second. Yeah, go that one's easier. Take that one. Hold it. Hold it.
Now let's see what the sign says as far as how long you can park here. Meter parking, 1 hour, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Who has
3
any?
hours, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Who has any quarters?
I have 8 quarter.
I think I
Well,
left
maybe it's
the
8
quarters
quarter,
for
isn't it?
David Jr. today.
9 a.m. to 6. It's 1 hour. So
All
let's
right,
come
go
down
in the
every hour and
parking.
an hour.
Go in the parking area right here, honey.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's it's going to be more expensive in the parking, right?
I don't think so. It's free parking if you come to the court. Tell the man you're going to the surrogate court.
Visitor parking full, it says. Now.
Is there a man up here? Is there a man up here?
I don't know. Yeah,
I
there's
don't
supposed
know,
to be a
but
man.
visitor parking is full.
All right, so
Then
we
let's back up. Want to help me back up and we'll get
Listen,
that parking lot.
folks, will you let me go see Judge Saragut?
Yes.
And will you go up north there just about 3 or
Judith.
4 blocks until it's residential
Go, Judith.
and park on the street?
Well, why don't we park here? Is it a quarter every hour?
No.
No,
Quarter
it's
would do
more
even.
than-
All right, take it here.
Jude. Back up. Back.
Go 3 or 4 blocks?
Straighten out and back up.
Well, she says it's a lot more than a quarter an hour. Watch out. Shall we
You're
drive
going in
now?
reverse now, honey.
You wanted me to park here. How much does
You
it
don't need
cost
to
to
if
do
you-
that?
I don't know, just park.
You're hitting a pole almost, my love.
Well, I'm counting on you to tell me.
Well, I'm telling you.
Okay, now how
Straighten
am I
up.
doing? How am I doing?
Straight, dear.
What do you mean straight? I
Because
am
this
straight.
guy's coming forward.
He sees me. He's backing up. He's
Yeah,
scared.
right.